My name is LiXuan He, and my ancestors are from China. I immigrated to Canada as a settler along with my family. I'm currently living in Caledon. I would like to recognize the existence of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis by acknowledging that we are on the traditional lands of the Wendake Neonwetsio, Petun, and Mississauga of the Credit First Nation. I acknowledge and understand its history and the current experiences of the First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people, and to be accountable to the hardships they continue to face. I am mindful of the need to work continuously towards reconciliation. Today, the meeting place of the Greater Toronto Area is still home to First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people from across Turtle Island. And I am grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on this land. Hello everyone, my name is Sage Lavelle. Welcome to another Deaf What interview. Today we are having an interview with LiXuan He, and she'll be involved with our team for the upcoming few seasons. Thank you for inviting me. I feel honored and I'm more than happy to be here. Thank you for joining us. I'm looking forward to working together from this point forward. We're here to learn a little bit more about you, LiXuan. Since COVID happened, how have you been doing? Well, I bought a puppy and brought her into my life. As time went on, it was an exciting experience. Well before COVID happened, I bought the puppy. I was working outside of home and I felt bad for leaving her behind through the day. I felt so guilty about that, I decided to quit my job, and it was just a few days before COVID. Now I had more spare time to spend with my puppy and with my family. And the real reason why I quit my job was because I felt safer being at home. If I worked, I had to wear a mask all the time, and it's hard for me to wear masks for lengthy periods of time, like 4 to 5 hours at a time. So it was just a better choice to stay at home for me. Totally, I get it. Then eventually I took up some classes for a master's program. Yeah, I understand that COVID has had a significant impact on people in different ways, while others feel more anxious and uncomfortable. It's understandable. Now it's more safe thanks to the vaccines distributed. So I know that you're studying to become a teacher. So can you let me know how COVID impacted that experience? I've already taken some online classes from my undergraduate years, so I've become accustomed to it. I love it when I don't have to worry about what to wear, I don't have to get up as early, or be in a rush to show up on time. As time passed, I realized that I miss human interaction. However, the pandemic taught us some lessons about some things we didn't realize beforehand. For example, what is privilege? We went deeper with our learning, looking at what we have, what they don't have, these kinds of things. Absolutely, COVID has taught us so much. And definitely, I miss human connection like you do. Originally, the project was supposed to take place in person, but now with COVID, we've transferred to Zoom, which is how our conversation is taking place as we're taking safety precautions into our practices, all thanks to technology. Absolutely. So you're also a small business owner, and your business is called Lusuzen. How did you come up with the idea for your repotting business? The idea was originally inspired by my dog, so I thank her. My dog destroyed all the houseplants I had when she was a puppy. She'd tip over the pots, and I tried to revive the plants, but they died. I used newspapers to support with repotting the plants. And then I realized that newspapers weren't that convenient in various ways. So I looked online for repotting supplies that were reliable and waterproof. I ordered one of them, and when they arrived, it didn't look like the picture they had up online. While using that item, I did not feel filled with joy. So I looked for other alternatives on Etsy, but they were not affordable, and that's how my business was born. It was a good way to connect with fellow plant lovers, to share tips related to plants. I think it's a nice idea. It is. And so I saw on your website it stated that with every purchase, a percentage will be donated. Which organization are you donating to? The money will be donated to planting more trees. With a $1 donation, 1 tree will be planted. I'm also hoping that some money will go to supporting school materials for my future students. That's a wonderful goal, helping to preserve the environment by growing more trees. Yes, it's so important. The next question I have for you is, what are you looking forward to most about being involved with the Deaf What project? I have so much to look forward to. I'm looking forward to learning more about deaf and hard of hearing folks from across Canada and more about what they offer. Hopefully together we can make some changes for the better. Yes, I agree. We need to change to align with the evolution of this current generation, especially with COVID on top of that. There are so many things happening. I hope we can influence some actual change for the better. So the next question is joy. What gives you joy? Many things give me joy. Really, it's the small things that give me joy. To be more specific, when I see people treat other people with kindness, or when people feel loved, or they feel seen. These kinds of behaviors make me feel joy. That's so important, to love, to be kind, and to see each other. Like I said, this world can be challenging, and we need our lives to be a bit easier. Right? Definitely. So I know that you're currently in school where the majority of students are hearing. Sometimes the hearing world can be frustrating. Do you have any advice for hearing people in general? I saw one really good quote. Every plant has their own requirements to grow. And I think that applies to people too. For instance, the hearing world needs to treat deaf people with kindness, understanding, compassion. Everyone has a different set of requirements, and each one needs to be accommodated. Just treat each other with kindness. So true. I agree. So now, do you have any thoughts you'd like to share with the deaf community? Yes. As a deaf person, I'm so proud of those who put in the effort to become the best version of themselves. I would encourage everyone to uplift each other, see each other thrive and grow. We really need to empower and support each other. Really, everyone needs some uplifting. Thank you so much. Thank you for this interview. The Deaf What project itself is a legacy project to be carried on, and we also express gratitude to the Canada Council of the Arts for funding this project. I look forward to working with you from now on. Cheers. Same goes to you. Thank you for inviting me to the interview.